स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Now we shall chant 3 Bhagavad Gita verses and know the meanings of it. Before starting this, we will chant one of the meditation verses on Bhagavad Gita. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. We are chanting the 4th verse from the 15th chapter, that is the Purushottama Yoga of the Bhagavad Gita. Tataha padam tat parimargitavyam. Tataf padam tat parimargitavyam. Tat parimargitavyam yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha. Yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha tameva chadyam purusham prapadye. Tameva chadyam purusham prapadye yataf pravrittif pravrita purani. Yataf pravritti prasrita purani. The simple meaning of this verse is, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, one should seek that goal, that is God realization, reaching which they do not return, saying, I seek refuge in that primal Purusha from whom this eternal activity streams forth. Now we shall chant the 5th verse of the 15th chapter. Nirmana moha jita sangadosha. Nirmana moha jita sangadosha. Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha. Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha. Dvandvair vimukta sukha dukha sanyaihi. Dvandvair vimukta sukha dukha sanyaihi. Gacchantya mudha paramavyayam tat. Gacchantya mudha padamavyayam tat. Lord Krishna is further telling Arjuna, free from pride and delusion, with the evil of attachment conquered, ever devoted to spiritual pursuits, their desires being completely stilled, free from the pairs of opposites known as pleasure and pain, the undeluded reach that eternal goal. Now we shall chant the 6th verse of the 15th chapter. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम तद्धाम परमं मम. There, or in that Parabrahman, the Lord, the sun illumines not, nor the moon, nor the fire. That is my supreme abode, going whither they return not. So that is the 6th verse of the Purushottama Yoga. We will delve into a little meaning, deeper meaning of this verse, because they are a little complicated one. Tataf padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha tameva chatyam purusham prapadye yataf pravrittihi pravritta purani. The preceding verse directs the seeker to cut asunder the Ashwatha tree, that is the tree of attachment or the tree of this transmigratory existence, samsara, with the aches of non-attachment. This verse, now which we chanted, the 4th verse, advises us to seek the supreme goal of enlightenment. A seeker practices spiritual disciplines to gain detachment from preoccupation with this world. He then renders himself fit for deeper concentration and meditation upon the Supreme Self. Herein, Lord Krishna advises us to seek the ultimate goal. Next, Lord Krishna is telling, Nirmana moha jetasanga dosha adhyatmanitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair vimukta sukadukka sanyaihi gacchantya moodhaha padamavyayam tat. So here Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna through Arjuna to all of us. Again, in the preceding 2 verses, Krishna advises a seeker to free himself from worldly attachment and reach the Supreme Being, the ultimate goal of human existence. Herein, in this verse, Lord Krishna describes that supreme state. In the description itself, the Lord gives the technique of attaining that supreme state. Your real self is paripurna. Purna means complete, infinite. So our real self is paripurna, complete, fulfilled, infinite. But we remain ignorant of our infinite nature. Consequently, we feel a false sense of incompleteness, unfulfillment, finitude. You feel a void within where there is wholeness, fullness, infinitude. The feeling of void, though false, causes your thoughts to run after the world of objects and beings to fill that void. The stream of thought thus flowing from you to an object constitutes attachment. When more thoughts flow towards it, a thicker stream is formed. The thicker stream of thought constitute a desire. Desires go through several modifications like greed and anger and pride and delusion, envy, arrogance. These desires and modifications bind you to the world. You then turn and toss between the ever-changing pair of opposites, dvandvas, that is duality, like heat and cold, joy and sorrow, honor and dishonor. So, to liberate yourself from these pairs of opposites governing the world, you must shift your focus of interest and attention to your self, your real nature within you. Pursue the self consistently until you establish yourself in it. Then, gaining knowledge of the self, become yourself supreme being. You then attain the absolute state of completeness, fulfillment. Thereafter, no thought need run after the world because you are fulfilled. So no desire, no running after the world, and no sorrow. No attachment develops, no desire emerges, no pride, no delusion. Thus the undeluded revel in absolute peace and bliss beyond the ephemeral joys and sorrows of changing world. Finally, in the 6th verse, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, Na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. There, the sun will not give light, the moon also, fire also doesn't give the heat. What is this? When we go to God, when we reach God, that infinite nature, the fire and the sun loses its power itself. Is it? No, that is not the meaning. That means even the sun, the fire and the moon gets its light, or the fire gets its burning power by this Paramatman, which is your true nature. That's why he has given it in a very peculiar way, that the sun illumines not, nor moon, nor fire. Whither having gone, they return not. That is my supreme abode. When you reach that supreme abode of yours, then you will not like to come back to this world full of sorrows. It is not that you will not come back. You can come back if you desire to do good to the world. But once you merge in that supreme self, who will get the interest to come back? Only saints and avatar purushas to do good to the world, they come back. Brahman is the substratum of the terrestrial, the transcendental being from which the world has emerged. Brahman is supreme abode, the ultimate goal, wherein all spiritual effort culminates, wherefrom none will return back. So here this verse states that the sun, moon and fire cannot illumine Brahman. Rather, Brahman is the source of all illumination. Sun and moon represent direct and indirect natural light, while fire represent light that is generated. The three types of light symbolize the entire source of illumination. The idea of illumination brings in all aspects of consciousness. You are conscious of color and form because of light. But light does not make you conscious of sound, smell, taste and touch. So also feeling and emotions, thought and idea. But in the context here, light symbolizes all types of consciousness gained at the physical, mental and intellectual level. These are all conditioned consciousness. Brahman, or your true nature, is pure consciousness beyond any conditioning. So, why do you need light? Why do you need sun or fire? Because your real nature is itself enlightening. When you can enlighten all these things, why do you need any other thing? Now we will come. We have seen the teachings of Lord Krishna. A son is asking his father, Dad, I have a doubt. No, Dad asked him, what's it, son? I learned that Sri Ramachandra attained godly status by obeying and listening to his father in Treta Yuga because he went to the forest. Dad is replying, yes, that's true, son. Again, the son is asking his father, Father, but then Prahalada became great by not listening or obeying his father in the Satya Yuga, because his father told, don't worship Narayana, but he disobeyed his father, he didn't listen to his father. Now the father told, yes, son, that is also true. Now, father, I have a doubt, so kindly enlighten me. Should I listen to you or not? Shall I obey you or not now? Now, the reply of father is very nice. My dear son, they were all living in Satya Yuga, Prahalada and Rama during Treta Yuga. We are now living in Kali Yuga. It is good for both of us, you son and father, to listen to your mother and lead a harmonious life. Otherwise, you may not get food. Be careful. So, we have to now listen to the words of Lord Krishna in this Kali Yuga. Bhagavad Gita, not only Kali Yuga, any Yuga, the teachings of Krishna are very, very useful. So, give up everything, other things, and as Lord Krishna tells, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Forget about all other duties, that and this. Surrender to me. Aham sarva papebhyo. All your sins, I am going to remove all that thing and take care of you. Lord Krishna has promised. So, now we have to surrender to the Lord. Hear His words, hear His teachings, hear His beautiful life, and let us be blessed. Today also, we will continue meditating on those beautiful qualities, the Leelas, sports, as I told you, Leela Dhyana, meditation on the sports of the Lord. Now, a question to you, a puzzle. Please answer. What falls from above but never needs a bandage? Something falls down to the ground, but it never needs a bandage after falling down. What is that? Rain. Rain falls from above, it falls to the ground, but it never needs a bandage. Why did I tell you, ask you this puzzle? Yes, there is a reason. Somebody falls down or comes from the top to the ground, but again, he doesn't come out of compulsion. We are all falling down from above. How? See, you do lot of punya and you go to Swarga. So the angels will come and greet you, singing, dancing. They will take you to heaven. You enjoy maybe 1,000 years or 10,000 years. And after your punya is over, what happens is, again, see, just like if you go to some hotel like 5-star, 3-star, 7-star, if you have money, until you have the money, yes, you will be enjoying. The moment money is over, they will bring you singing, and the bouncers and other people will throw you out. So likewise, here also, the angels will come singing, they will put you down. Because all your punya is over, fall down again, thud to this, again you have to be born crying, and all this studying again from kindergarten up to this thing, you have to study so much of difficulty, so this goes on and on and on. So we are, by compulsion we are falling and get hurt here. But it is not so with the avatar Purushas like Lord Krishna. They are called incarnation. As I have told you many times, avatara means not wearing so many different dresses and other things and coming. Avatara means descending down. They come down from a very high plane of consciousness to our plane, so that out of compassion they can lift us up to their level. That is why they are called avatara. Avatarana is the Sanskrit word, means descending down. That is the idea. So they fall not out of compulsion and get hurt like us. They come down because out of compassion they come. So just like I told you, something falls, but they don't need bandage like the rain. Likewise, the Lord falls down, comes down to our level, not out of compulsion of karma and desires, but out of compassion to us, towards us. Now, talking about the great Avatara, Lord Krishna, Swami Vivekananda is telling, this was the great work of Lord Krishna. What is that? To clear our eyes and make us look with broader vision upon humanity in its march upwards and onwards. See again, for us to march upwards and onwards. His was the first heart. Lord Krishna's was the first heart that was large enough to see truth in all. His, the first lips that uttered beautiful words for each and all. In Lord Krishna, says Vivekananda, we find two ideas stand supreme in his message. See, these are all important messages we have to take, because these are all great acharyas. The Shivavatara, Swami Vivekananda is giving it. So it should not be heard here and put out through the other ears. We have to etch it in our heart. What is he telling? In Krishna, we find two ideas stand supreme in his message. What is that? The first is the harmony of different ideas, and the second is non-attachment. A man can attain to perfection, the highest goal, even sitting on the throne, commanding armies, working out big plans for nations. In fact, Lord Krishna's great sermon of Bhagavad Gita was preached on the battlefield. And what was that idea again? Swami Vivekananda has told this. Has anybody told about it? Yeah, Ramakrishna has also told. He tells, what is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? So Ramakrishna used to tell, repeat Gita 10 times. Any two-lettered word, if you repeat it 10 times, it becomes reverse. What is it? What does it become? Gita, 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 Gita. It becomes Tagi. What is the meaning of Tagi? Tagi means Tyagi. What is meant by Tyagi? Renunciation. What is to be renounced? Non-attachment. So the essence of Bhagavad Gita is non-attachment, renunciation. And Sri Krishna was epitome of that. See, he killed Kamsa and he didn't become the king of that land, whereas he made the father of Kamsa as the king. Then he went to Dwaraka. He didn't become the king. He put somebody else on the throne. Wherever he used to kill all the bad demons, he used to put somebody on the throne. He never became a king. He was a king maker. So always you can see that detachment and renunciation was supreme in Lord Krishna. So about this Lord Krishna, now we shall praise his glory as he was a child in this song. It's a beautiful song which I learnt in Vrindavan. They used to sing that in Vrindavan long back in 1998 when I went to Vrindavan. Then I learned this song there. So I have rendered this song many times. Even then, now I am going to render this song here. छोटी छोटी गैया छोटी छोटी ग्वाल छोटो सुम मेरो Madana Gopal. Our Madana Gopala is so small, maybe 5 or 6 years old. He's taking small calves and cows to graze. So what is that scenario in Vrindavan where he has gone to graze? Aage aage gaiya, piche piche gwal. So the gaiya means cows and calves. So forward are going our small calf and cows. Piche piche gwal. Who are these gwala balaka? His friends, Krishna's chums, friends, the other Gwala Balakas, the cowherd friends are following. And where is Lord Krishna? Bichu me mero Madana Gopal. Our small Krishna is walking with a stick and flute in between. Kali Kali Gaya Gore Gore Gwal. So what is the color of the calf and cows? They are Kali Kali, means dark in color, black. Gore Gore Gwal. And what about his friends? They are all fair complexioned, white, Gora. You call here in Hindi, the white people are called Gora. So Gore Gore Gwal. Then what about our Lord Krishna? Beech mein, in between. Beech mein mero Madana Gopal. What is his color? Shama Bharana. What is Shama? Blue or dark blue like the cloud. Shama Bharana mero Madana Gopal. So beech mein, in between. Ghas ka ve gaiya dudh pive gwal. So the cows and calves are eating the grass. What about our dear brothers, the cowherd boys of Krishna's friend? They are drinking milk. What about Krishna? He is slowly eating butter and enjoying the butter, Navanita Chora. So let us hear this beautiful song on Lord Krishna, child Krishna. छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल, छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल, छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल, छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल। आगे आगे गैया पीछे पीछे ग्वाल, बीच में मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि बीच में मेरो मदन गोपाल, छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल, छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल, छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल। काली काली गैया गोरे गोरे ग्वाल, काली काली गैया गोरे गोरे ग्वाल, श्याम भरण मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि श्याम भरण मेरो मदन गोपाल, छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल, छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल। घास खावे गैया दूध पीवे ग्वाल, घास खावे गैया दूध पीवे ग्वाल, माखन खावे मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि माखन खावे मेरो मदन गोपाल, छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल, छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल, हरि छोटो सो मेरो मदन गोपाल। Now we heard about the sport of Lord Krishna as a boy of 5 or 6 years. Now we will go still earlier, when he was a just born baby, a small baby. There are many stories about the birth of Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said that weaving the Lord in his child form is the rarest occurrence. And even gods and goddesses were waiting for eons to weave that beautiful form of Lord Krishna. A popular story is when Lord Shiva himself took the form of an ascetic and entered Gokula so that he could catch a glimpse of Lord Krishna. There have been many bhajans in Vrindavan and other places sung about this entire scenario. Now let us see how much of difficulty our Lord Shiva had to face as an ascetic when he went there to see the baby Krishna. What happened? Shri Krishna now is born there on the bank of Yamuna. Lord Shiva has gone there to see this baby Krishna in Nandagaon. Just as the Ganga is the best river among all rivers, similarly among all the devotees, Shiva is the best devotee amongst all the devotees of Lord Krishna. Then what about Krishna? Krishna is the best devotee of Lord Shiva. Each were respecting each other so much because they knew both of them are just different aspect of that one Parabrahma Swarupa. Lord Krishna meditated on Shiva, Shiva meditated on Krishna. There is no difference between them. Now, when Lord Krishna came to planet Earth, Shiva goes to Gokula for a glimpse of child Krishna, just like he also had been to Ayodhya when Ramji took incarnation as a child. Now, Shiva wished to see the manifestation, also this manifestation of Krishna in the form of a small child. Lord Shiva arrived in Gokula and reached the gate of Nanda's house. A maid came out of the home and said, "Now our mother Yashoda has sent alms," because they thought some beggar has come. They didn't know, they couldn't identify Lord Shiva. So with the snake and all Jata Juta, big this thing, he has come, Trishula. They thought some yogi has come for begging. So Yashodama sent some alms. These alms, food, have been sent by Yashodaji. Please accept these and give your blessing to the child Krishna. Lord Shiva then said, "I won't accept anything. I don't want alms. I don't want anything except I want to see little Krishna." Now the maid went inside and informed Yashoda about this. Now, meanwhile, Shiva sings outside, "O mother, I want to see the face of your child. In your cradle lies the supreme ruler of the universe. Show me his face, O mother." Yashoda looked outside and said, "I won't bring my child outside. You have a snake wrapped around your neck, and that will frighten my little child." Now Shiva is replying back, "O mother Yashoda, your child Kanaya is deadly for even the death. Not only he will not be afraid, he is even deadly to Yama also. Yama also will get frightened. He is so strong. Your Kanaya is deadly for the death also. He is the creator of the creator. He is the Brahma of the Brahma. How can he get frightened? No one can harm him, and he also cannot be frightened. No one can harm him, and he also knows me." Yashoda was surprised and said, "What are you talking? My child is so small. Please don't be stubborn." Lord Shiva said, "If you don't bring your child and do not show me, I won't go from here until I see the face of your child. I'll stay here forever and I will go to Samadhi. I will be in the state of Samadhi." When Lord Krishna, baby Krishna, heard, he came about that Shiva has come to see him and he will go into Samadhi if I fail to see him. Immediately child Krishna started crying loudly, because he knew that once Bole Baba goes into Samadhi, he'd come back only after thousands of years from that Samadhi. So I will be putting Lord into Samadhi, then he will not come back. It's very difficult. So child Krishna started crying loudly because he knew that once Bole Baba goes into Samadhi, he'd come back after 1,000 years. When Krishna couldn't be lulled by any means, now Mother Yashoda thought that a great saint yogi was standing at the door, and she brought Kanaya outside the door where Shiva was there. Shiva saw the beautiful face, that handsome face of the child, seeing that his heart was full. But he was not satisfied by that. He wanted to take Krishna on his lap. He said to Yashoda that if she wanted to know about the future of the child, what do we do, the mothers? Open the book. You'll go to the priest and say, open the book to see the future of the child. So now he knows the weakness of our mothers. If you want to know the future of your child, so come on, show his hands, give him to me, I will tell what will be his future. So hearing that, Mother Yashoda was very pleased. Now she gave that child and put Krishna on his lap. If she wanted to know about the future of the child, she must put him in his lap so that he could see the lines of the palms of the child properly. Then I can predict what he is going to become in future. Yashoda put his child in Lord Shiva's lap. In this way, the destroyer, one who gives rest to this whole universe after creation, Lord Shiva, and the sustainer, one who takes care of this universe after the world, are unified, and the whole world was spellbound. What a beautiful incident you see in Vrindavan. Now, there is another similar story, a beautiful story similar to that. What is that story? That is also however, there is another story connected with this. Few are aware of it. It is written that after witnessing the troubles, the Lord Shiva went through a glimpse in the child form of Krishna. You know the work of Narada. Narada will always come and poke everybody. You know that work of Narada. So some people also do the work of Narada in amongst our people too. So sage Narada confronted both Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. He was amused that both Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva used to address each other as Lord and profess that he is the other's devotee. Now, sage Narada implored them to declare truly as to who was the Lord and who was the devotee. Whose devotee after all? Now, Lord Shiva proclaimed that he has always been Lord Krishna's devotee, and every form that he has taken, Lord Shiva has managed to play the role of his devotee. Lord Shiva further argued that he is Lord Krishna's biggest devotee. At this, what did Lord Krishna reply? Lord Krishna smiled and immediately countered that since Lord Shiva is his devotee, then Lord Krishna is telling he, that is Krishna, automatically becomes his devotee. Sage Narada heard this exchange with tears in his eyes and bowed to both the gods. It was the first instance of many where Lord Krishna has said that he is the servant of the devotees. Now you can understand why Lord Krishna is telling himself that he is the servant of the devotees. Dasanu Dasa, I am the servant of the devotees, because he sees Lord Shiva in his devotees. See? Shiva is telling, I am your servant, and Krishna is telling, I am the servant of the servant. I am the servant of all the devotees. So, that is the attitude of the great Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva. So here, just like Lord Shiva is known as Devonka Dev, God of God, Lord Krishna is known as Bhaktonke Bhakt, the devotee of devotees. Now, we shall sing one song on this Lord Krishna, who is the Bhaktonka Bhakt. What is that? You know that Ramakrishna used to tell, the Lord used to sing Lord Vishnu, I will easily give my devotees mukti, liberation, but I will never give them Shuddha Bhakti. Why? If I give them Shuddha Bhakti, then I have to become their slaves, I have to become their servants, I have to be always behind them, taking care of them. I will give them liberation easily. So, to get liberation, to get Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion, it is very difficult. At least we can try for liberation by singing this song. And what is this song? Radhe, 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 Govinda. Brindavana, Chanda, means the moon of Brindavan. Anatha Natha, Anatha means the orphan. Natha means Lord. You are the Lord of the Anatha. Dina Bandhu, you are the friend of the meek and the lowly. Radhe Govinda. Nanda Kishora, son of Nanda. Navanita Chora, used to steal butter. Navanita means butter. Purana Purusha, Punya Shloka, Panduranga, Pandarinatha. In Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, they worship Krishna in the name of Vitthala. They call him Panduranga Vitthala. Now we'll sing this song of Lord Krishna. Radhe, 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 Radhe Govinda, Brindavana Chanda. See, feel that. Brindavana Chanda means moon of Brindavan. So he's shining like that moon of Brindavan. Then Anathanatha, we are all orphans. You are our father and mother. Dina Bandhu, we are lowly, meek, and you are our friend. You should take care of us. Radhe Govinda. We shall sing this song. Please repeat this song after me. Radhe, 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 Radhe Govinda. Radhe, 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 Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Brindavana Chanda, Brindavana Chanda, Anathanatha Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anathanatha Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda. Nanda Kishora Navanita Chora, Nanda Kishora Navanita Chora, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Brindavana Chanda, Brindavana Chanda, Anathanatha Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anathanatha Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda. Pandarinatha Panduranga, Pandarinatha Panduranga, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Brindavana Chanda, Brindavana, Anathanatha Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda, Anathanatha Dina Bandhu, Radhe Govinda. Jai Jai Vitthala, Jaya Hari Vitthala, Jai Jai Vitthala, Jaya Hari Vitthala, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Brindavana Chanda, Brindavana Chanda, अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द little louder and faster राधे 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 गोविन्द राधे 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 गोविन्द वृंदावन चंद वृंदावन चंद अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द नंद किशोर नवनीत चोर राधे गोविन्द नंद किशोर नवनीत चोर राधे गोविन्द वृंदावन चंद वृंदावन चंद अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द पंढरीनाथ पांडुरंग राधे गोविन्द पंढरीनाथ पांडुरंग राधे गोविन्द वृंदावन चंद वृंदावन चंद अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग राधे गोविन्द जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग राधे गोविन्द वृंदावन चंद वृंदावन अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द राधे 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 गोविन्द राधे 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 गोविन्द वृंदावन चंद वृंदावन चंद अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द जय जय विठ्ठल जय हरि विठ्ठल जय जय विठ्ठल जय हरि विठ्ठल पादे गोविन्द राधे गोविन्द वृंदावन चंद वृंदावन चंद अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे गोविन्द अनाथनाथ दीनबन्धु राधे जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय हरि विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय हरि विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय हरि विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल जय हरि विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय हरि विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय हरि विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय हरि विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग जय जय विठ्ठल पांडुरंग विठ्ठल 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 पांडुरंग विठ्ठल विठ्ठल पांडुरंग विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल. Just now I told the Lord will become the servant of his servants. Once the Lord has promised in Bhagavad Gita itself, and what is that promise? Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Whoever remembers me, thinks of me always without fail, ananyaha. Anya means separate, ananya means without any separation. Ananyaha chintayanto mam, who meditate upon me, think of me, worship me. Ye janaha paryupasate tesham, of them. Nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam, always I will take care of their yoga and kshema. Not only their spiritual welfare, but even their worldly welfare I am going to take care. That's what Lord Krishna has promised in Bhagavad Gita. If the Lord has promised, then will he not fulfill it? Let us see. There was a village in the 7th century in Maharashtra. It was called Teridoki. There lived a potter, Kumbhakar. Potter means Kumbhakar, who make pots out of clay. His wife's name was Gangabai. They had a just born child. It has not yet completed 1 year, about to complete 1 year. He had named out of love for Lord Vitthala, that is Krishna's another name, Vitthala. So Vittu. Gora, his name was Gora. Gora Kumbar was a staunch devotee of Panduranga Vitthala, Krishna. He used to always chant the name of Panduranga, Vithoba. He dedicated all his mundane work to the lotus feet of the Lord. All his 5 indriyas, all his senses were directed to Lord Krishna. He felt he was speaking through the Pranavanada of God, for instance. He carried on his livelihood of pottery, but he did that as a yajna, as a sacrifice, as a havan. When he was mixing the clay, he thought about his heart. He felt that just as the clay was hard, his heart too was hardened with feelings of hatred, jealousy, etc. When water was poured on the hard clay, it softened. The same way, the water of the devotion of Panduranga name softened his hardened heart. When that clay was kept in the middle of the wheel and it was giving that rotated, it symbolized the inner conflict of the heart. And as the wheel rotated, the clay expanded. Accordingly, the heart developed a broader outlook in the presence of God. As the clay was molded into a shape in the pot, his heart was molded into a purified one. The pot would be given a final touch after it was removed from the wheel. His heart too was given a final touch from any trace of ill feeling. When the pot was heated, he could feel the burning away of all petty jealousies and negativities within. So in that way, even his work he converted into a yajna, a sacrifice. That was the idea of Swami Vivekananda, that while eating the food, we should not chit-chat and bring all the worldly things. That's why we remember or repeat Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi Brahmagno. Means we have to convert the ordinary act of even taking food as a yaga or yajna or havan. How can be that? The stomach has the fire of digestion, Jataragni. That is the fire, the havan, into which we are putting the food. So it should be taken as a havan. So with the name of the Lord, as an offering to the Lord. So even taking of the food should be transformed into offering of the Lord like a havan. That's why Swami Vivekananda introduced Brahmarpanam, the 4th chapter, 24th verse from the Bhagavad Gita. We chant it to convert our work into, or even ordinary act of food. But here, Kumbhara, this uneducated potter, is wonderfully making his work as an offering to the Lord. Such was his intense devotion to Lord Vitthala or Krishna. It was, now that day was the birthday of his child. That day that child would become 1 year. So the mother had dressed him nicely, because you see in the villages in those days, they had to go far away to bring water from the lake. She had made this baby to sit there and go ask this husband to take care of the baby. And she went away. What did this man, Kumbhara, the great devotee, always immersed in the thought of Lord Krishna? So he started mixing the clay. So he used to do that with his legs. He used to put that clay and the water and he used to stamp it in the leg. And while stamping that in the leg, he used to dance and clap the hands and take the name of the Lord, and he used to do that. While he was mixing that clay in this fashion, singing the name of the Lord Krishna, he went into Bhava Samadhi. He forgot about the external world. So he was just immersed in the name of Lord Krishna. The baby, child, saw its father. He wanted to go to the father, crying. The baby came to the father. It went and caught hold of the leg of the father. He was not aware. What did he do? He put the child into the mud and stamped, and the baby died. He was not aware at all. The mother came back. Where is my child? Vittu? Searching. Nowhere. But still he is singing the name of the Lord in ecstasy. She came and saw the baby dead there under the feet of the father. Push this man. Then only he came to consciousness that he did such a job. All were angry, scolded him. What a terrific act. You drove your only son to death. You made his birthday his death day. All that. But he was composed and he told, it was my bad karma. What shall I do? Will I kill my son? Please try to understand me. I have done a severe bad deed, maybe karma in my previous janma, so I am facing this consequence. Please forgive me. Nobody were ready to forgive him. All the villagers, everybody, you are a hard-hearted person. There should be limit for your devotion. What have you done? His wife became mad. He pleaded with the wife, understand me. Will any father kill his own progeny? Will he bring an end to the clan of his family? I didn't know that he had fallen under my feet. I was lost in my prayer of the Lord. I lost the sense of touch. When he started philosophy, now the maddened wife got angry. Oh, this is all the work of your Krishna. Couldn't he protect my child? So you are so devoted to him and he couldn't protect. So she got angry. She started abusing Lord Krishna. She went, she saw in the shrine, the image of Lord Krishna was there. She took it and she wanted to throw it away, break it into pieces. Then composed, this Gora came and stopped her, told, don't do that. When she didn't hear and she was abusing the Lord and was about to break it into pieces, he got angry. He told, if you don't keep that image back and there, I'm going to punish you, I'm going to beat you. Then he raised his hand. Immediately out of fear, in that maddened rage, the wife told, if you touch me here afterwards, now it is a promise on Lord Vitala, it is as good as you are punishing, you should not touch me. Then he went back. In the name of Lord Vitala, he was so much devoted to Lord Vitala, he went back. After that, because she had told, it is a promise on the name of Lord Vitala, you should not touch me, he never again touched her. After that, because he believed in the name of the Lord, he had so much faith in the Lord. Once you have taken the name of my Lord, told that in the name of the Lord, in the promise you made a promise that you should not touch me, he never touched her again. So everything cooled down. The wife came back to senses, what have I done? Now the husband is not at all touching her, nothing, he will not take food from her, nothing. Finally, she thought while sleeping, stealthily let me put my hand in his hand, so by mistake in the sleep, I touched you. So anyhow, temptation, he will come back to normalcy. She did it. Then when he saw in the night, she has touched his hand. You had made a promise in the name of my Vitala that you should not touch me. Now I have touched you. These hands have made the mistake. In the name of the Vitala, to keep up the truth, the promise, I'm going to cut off this hand. He took a knife or the big blade of this thing there, sword, and put it in between the two poles, and he cut off his hands. Hand was bleeding. Yes, this is the punishment. You have these hands you should get because you have done a thing against my Lord Krishna. Then immediately the Lord couldn't withstand seeing his devotee in pain. He came running. He took the form of a servant, a potter, and he came inside. It was bleeding. He is not allowing his wife to touch him at all. He told, now you have taken the name of Lord Vitala and told not to touch, don't come near me. No treatment. Now the Lord himself came as a servant, as a potter, and told, I'm a potter, I have come to work, can you give me work? He saw him bleeding, he bandaged him, took care of him. He told, I will stay in your house and work, give me a work, I'm a poor potter. He told, okay, I also lost hand, I'm a potter, you know pottery, help me. We both of us will go to the market, sell this thing, product, the pots, and earn some money. With that we will live together. Now, he doesn't eat the cooking of the wife. He doesn't allow wife to serve her. So now the Lord himself in the form of the servant started feeding him, cooking him, dressing, washing his cloth, making the pot. then serving him, massaging him, pressing his feet while he is sleeping. See, the Lord himself started doing all these things. Lord Krishna taking the form of the servant. He acted as his slave, and he used to make the pots himself and take it to the market. And when he took to the market, Pandharapur, that Pandharapur where Vitthala's temple is there, because every pot was so perfect and so beautiful, and there was the mark of Shankha Chakra in the 4 hands he used to do. Shankha Chakra, people were so engrossed and so happy to receive that. So lot of sales, lot of money, used to take care of this like this for many years. And suddenly, it so happened, the great devotees who were there, Gnanadeva and Namadeva. You might have heard of the great saint Namadeva. Who was that? Master also tells about him in the gospel. What is that? As a small child, he used to go to feed Lord Krishna, and Krishna would not eat. When my father used to feed, you were eating. Why are you not taking food from my hand? That day, now this small child Namadeva, he started hitting his head against the stone. Until you eat, take food from my hand, people will criticize me that I have not given. It's because he was a small child. Then Vithala, that hand came and stopped that baby because it was bleeding, and he started eating the food. From then onwards, used to go daily feed him. That was Namadeva. So both of these great devotees, Namadeva, he was elderly, Gnanadeva, another saint, went to Pandharapur. They see Vithala is not there in the temple. Where has ever Vithala gone? Because they could understand it. Then Mother Rukmini, the wife of Krishna, told, a great devotee of his, now he has lost his hand, all that happened, so he has gone to serve his devotee. And both these saints ran to see who is the devotee. We can see the Lord there as a servant serving him. They ran there. By that time, Vithala had disappeared. He told, where is that servant of yours? He is Vithala, he is Lord Krishna, come to serve you. Then he searched for him. No, again all of them ran to Pandharapur, Vithala. There Vithala gave the darshan. They all started clapping the hands and singing. He doesn't have hands. In spite of that, his hands went up to clap, and he got back his hands. And Rukmini Ma bought the child and gave back to his wife. It happened. This is a real true story, Gora Kumbara. So, Lord Krishna's beautiful story there. Vithala is Vithala. We have told the name of Vithala in the form of Lord Krishna. So if you always meditate upon him, if you become his true devotees, he will become your servants, always guarding you. So with this thought, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, as Lord has promised, if you always think of me, I will take care of not only your spiritual needs, but also I will take care of your worldly needs. Tesham Nityabhyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vaham Yaham. Yoga and Kshema, I will personally take care of it. And you have seen a wonderful example how the Lord himself became the servant and served his devotee. So let us try to develop that Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotee, devotion for devotion's sake, love for love's sake, not out of barter or business. I will give this, you give me that. No. Love for love's sake, devotion for devotion's sake, Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion. Let us all attain that. So by chanting the meditation verses of Bhagavad Gita, last one, we will end our today's the talk on Lord Krishna. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.